Hey there and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about mistakes you might be making in your fat loss journey. As a menopausal woman, I have a lot to share. As a menopausal fat loss specialist, nutritionist, functional practitioner, I've got a lot of tips and secrets for you. I see a lot of you making a lot of mistakes, and I really want to share a few things that might help you feel more confident and comfortable with moving forward and doing the things it takes so that you succeed and live in a body that feels amazing, because it's possible. Fat loss is possible as a menopausal woman. I promise you that. We've come a long way. We've gone through a lot, and it's time to really seize the day and enjoy the fact that we're living in a time that we really can choose to feel good. I want to share things that will make a difference. I want to share secrets that will really help kind of move the needle. And I want to inspire and teach and walk alongside you as you enjoy success in your fat loss journey. It's not only about fat loss, it's about feeling good in your body. And there's a lot to this. I know you know things. I know you know how to do this, but I can help you motivate yourself. I can help you be more motivated. Step into feeling better. Decide that you can do it. The number one tip for fat loss and the number one mistakes that I find many women make, many people make, is you don't trust the process. You're here on YouTube, you're looking for answers, and a lot of times you hear conflicting information, so that maybe you're feeling like you don't know what to believe. You don't know what makes sense. And I just want for you to stop and take a breath and trust yourself. If you don't believe it's going to work, it's not going to work. So let's make sure that you really feel comfortable and confident in the plan that you've created for yourself. If you're having trouble finding that plan, I'm a fat loss specialist. I'm a menopausal fat loss specialist, and I specialize in helping you find that individual plan that's going to work for you. Sometimes it takes you thinking differently. Sometimes it takes you making a plan, because when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It just works that way. Your mindset is everything. When we get into the right frame of mind, it's like your attitude changes, and that success really kind of gets momentum. Having a positive outlook and a positive belief and a belief that you can actually succeed is critical to your success. Staying focused and really trusting and giving yourself time is so critical to your success. Make a decision that you're going to succeed. Put your foot down. No wiggle room. Please ditch the try. There is no try. Do. I think Yoda said it. And I think it's funny because every time I hear the phrase, I'm trying, I just want to just stop you right there and say, okay, trying is not doing. Are you doing it or are you not doing it? I think that's so important. And yes, you know what to do, but you don't do it. And then you're upset with yourself because it's not working. Seriously? You've got to do it. You've got to know what to do and do it. Implement the critical items that make sense and make success. Please focus on one step at a time. If you can't quite deal with, all the things, then maybe you take one step at a time. Maybe you really plan your meals. I don't know. Maybe you really focus on exercise. Maybe you really focus on your intermittent fasting. Or maybe you take a real solid step in managing your supplementation and your stress reduction. Whatever it is for you. If you're all over the place, please just stop. Don't need to do it all. You don't need to do it all at once. Take it in sound bites. You can do this. If we've worked together in the past and you had a little bit of success and you lost a little bit of weight and then you blew it and you stopped, then maybe you step back into a follow-up session with me. We sit down for a half an hour and we refocus you. We get you motivated. We make you feel confident and inspire you to move forward again so that you can enjoy that feeling good in your body. Because honestly, that's the key. It really doesn't matter how much you weigh. Yeah, we all want to lose fat. We all want to be at goal weight. But feeling good along the way is so critical to momentum and continuing the process. Understand that progress takes time. We all want to get there at warp speed, but honestly, one day at a time. How was your yesterday? What happened yesterday? Did you fall off the wagon? Did you blow your diet? Did you overeat? Did you lay around? Take yesterday as the example. Move forward. Improve things. Make up your mind. You can do this. Okay, so we talked about mindset. Next is food. What are you eating? Your diet is super important in all things fat loss. Dial in the diet, eat whole foods, prioritize protein. You know all this. And if that's a problem for you, then maybe you sit down with a pencil and paper. Figure out your favorite meals. What makes you feel good? Make a meal plan. It doesn't have to be for days and days and days. 3 days. Maybe you do the same thing every day for 3 days. And if you're eating breakfast, decide what you're going to eat. Figure out, we always want protein first and quality carbohydrates. Have those things on hand. Plan ahead and stick to it. There's always going to be the excuse to stray from your diet. There's always going to be the celebration. There's always going to be the party. There's always going to be this or that. But you know what? You can manage between your brain and your body and your choices and your attitude to stay motivated. Have what you need available so that you can enjoy that and not feel deprived. Make sure you're eating enough. Oftentimes, if you're not getting enough protein, you're going to be hungry and you're going to really kind of blow it. Make sure that you have at least 80 to 100 grams of protein in your daily intake, unless you're fasting. But have that amount of protein set aside, available, ready for you to eat, and dive in. Do that first. If you're feeling inflamed and uncomfortable, then maybe you take a day off from food. If that sets you up for failure, then eat a quality meal. Plan ahead. If you've not been successful, take a look at what you've been doing and be honest with yourself. Take a look at what you've been doing. Look at your macronutrients. Tally up the protein grams and go from there. If that's already dialed in, then maybe you look at your carbohydrate grams. Well, you should be looking at your carbohydrate grams. Tally up how many carbs you're getting in that meal or that feeding window. Figure out what that is. If you're getting over 60 carbohydrates in a day and you wake up in the morning and you're hungry or you're not hungry, or your glucose is high, then maybe you need to reduce that amount of carbohydrates and see what happens tomorrow, because it's really perpetuating what you did yesterday. Kind of definitely tees up how your body responds today. So think back. How was your day yesterday? How was the day before that? And if you're not kind of being steady in your diet and movement, and you're unhappy because you're not moving forward, you're not losing fat, you're not losing inflammation, can you really honestly say that yesterday worked in your favor and you ate and lived your life according to plan? Because if you can say, absolutely, Connie, I was to the T and I'm not having success, then we need to talk. Because if you can look back at yesterday and you can look back at the day before that and you can feel like, nope, I'm on point, I'm doing it right, then you will have success. If you're metabolically broken, it might take a few weeks. but trust the process. Make up your mind. Be diligent in how you are crafting your meals. Be diligent in how you are thinking about life in general. When your diet is dialed in and you're taking your digestive enzymes, you're eating low inflammation foods, your body will respond the way that you want it to respond. Make the choice to kind of step out of the box and do something different. I think that'll help. If you've never eliminated dairy before and you just can't lose fat, I would say that might be a good way to instead. See how that works. Calories, and I can then skip a snack because I have everything I need for my body to use stored fat for fuel. And that's the goal, to really understand how the body works, give the body what it needs, and be able to really feel comfortable and confident that things are working in my favor to be as metabolically stable as absolutely possible. And we know we eat in feeding windows, right? So we don't snack. Make sure that you're eating your food in a timed fashion. After we get our mindset dialed in and we dial in our diet and have the right nutrition to nourish our bodies, then we want to think about the intermittent fasting. Fasting is going to be different for all of us. I've talked about that a lot. If you regularly intermittent fast, maybe you skip breakfast most days and eat later in the day, maybe you want to eat breakfast and skip dinner. It all depends on you, and it all depends on how metabolically healthy you are. So if you're just starting out, then maybe you want to do the 3 meals and no snacking. And that's a huge win for you. But if you have been doing this process for a while and you have enjoyed success and maybe you've plateaued, then you want to change things up. Go a full day with no food. And that sounds scary, but plan for it. Or maybe you want to just eat dinner super early and then shut down that feeding window and fast the rest of the evening. Then, fasting all night is super easy, and eat breakfast in the morning. Try that. A lot of experts are saying that if you eat earlier in the day, then your body has more time to use up the insulin and to heal. So that might be something to consider. Okay, so we've talked about mindset, we've talked about diet, we've talked about meal timing and intermittent fasting. The next thing is exercise. Don't over-exercise. Don't under-exercise. You need to move. I'm thinking if you're not getting at least 10,000, 12,000 steps a day, just, day to day, then you're not moving enough. And I know that might seem overwhelming. If your step calculator says you're, 5,000 steps, then you need to move. You're sitting way too much. You should be standing, sitting, walking, moving. Be active during the day. You need strength training at least 2 to 3 days a week. If you haven't been doing that, make it a priority. Working out is going to help your endorphins. It's going to make you feel better. If you have time to watch TV, if you have time to watch YouTube, you have time for exercise. Even if you just do 15 jump squats, even if you do 25 standing squats, do 15 push-ups in a day. Challenge your muscles. Do a down dog. Once you get moving, you'll be motivated to keep moving, okay? Get it done early in the day. You'll be much more apt to do it. If by the time the evening rolls around and you haven't gotten your workout in, chances are you're not going to do it, right? How many times have you said, I'll do it later? And bedtime rolls around and you've got 5,000 steps in, if that, and you're feeling soggy and gross. It's not worth it. Do the right thing. Keep your body moving. We're not getting any younger. It's essential that we build muscle. And as you lose fat, you're going to lose muscle. So by prioritizing protein and exercising, using your body, maintaining that muscle mass, you'll be much better apt to have a lasting fat loss. We don't want to yo-yo. Yo-yo dieting is horrendous for the body. And it's like your body will store more fat and more fat. So let's be sure to keep our body moving. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Get the job done. Sometimes just being reminded is important. And I want you to feel good. I want you to feel confident. I want to motivate you to prioritize yourself. Be the best you can be. Let's not focus on losing. Let's focus on building a lifestyle to maintain a healthy body. Losing is going to be absolutely a benefit of doing the right thing. You might be making mistakes that are keeping you where you don't want to be. Look deeply at your program. Look at how you plan. Make a choice to do what you need to do so that you can enjoy the success of fat loss. You can enjoy the success of living in a body that you enjoy. And let me tell you, choosing to be happy, that's important. Even where you are today. When you feel really good, when you can kind of settle in, choose to feel positive, choose to feel like, okay, I can do this. It's gonna really make a big difference. Expecting to fail, well, that's not gonna work. You know better than that. Get focused, get happy, and just go for it. Life's too short. Okay, I really appreciate you being here. Hit the like button, it helps. Let me know how you're doing. If it makes sense for you, check out my website, ConnieRutledge.com. Maybe I'll see you on the schedule soon so you can enjoy success. Thanks for being here. Remember, it's about mindset, it's about diet, it's about how often you're eating and when you're eating. It's about getting your movement, exercise, and it's about being focused. I hope this inspired you to really take the next step and get back to it. I know you know how to do this. You've got this. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.